Today, I want to talk to you about stress and how it can affect your body. Do you have trouble concentrating during lectures? Are you constantly tired and feeling overwhelmed at work? Are you having frequent headaches throughout the day? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you may be experiencing what's known as stress. What is stress? Stress is the body's reaction to any change that requires an adjustment or a response. Your body will react to these changes with physical, mental, or emotional responses. Stress is considered to be a normal part of life. However, a person can feel stressed from their environment, their body, and even their thoughts. This response is automatic, and even our ancestors developed it as a way to protect themselves from predators and threats. When they were faced with danger, their body would become flooded with hormones that caused their heart rate to increase, along with their blood pressure, which boosted their energy so that they could deal with the problem. However, most people today aren't faced with danger from predators. We're faced with challenges like meeting deadlines for work, paying bills, or even raising kids. So our body's natural alarm system kicks in and the fight or flight response takes over. Stress can play a major role in health problems like headaches, hypertension, diabetes, asthma, depression, and even anxiety. This is why everyone needs to be aware of what stress is doing to their bodies. So, how does stress affect a person's health? Our bodies are automatically designed to experience stress and react to it. There is such a thing as having positive stress, believe it or not, and this keeps our body alert and helps us to avoid danger. There's also negative stress, which develops when a person is constantly faced with challenges without any relief in between. When this happens, our bodies will become overworked and tension builds up. When a person stays stressed all the time, it can lead to physical symptoms like headaches, upset stomach, problems sleeping, and even chest pain. Some research suggests that a person dealing with stress can actually cause other symptoms or diseases to worsen. When some people become stressed, they have to try to relieve stress by using alcohol or even drugs. What that person fails to know is that instead of actually relieving stress from their body, the substances that they are using causes the body to stay in a stress state and can cause even more problems. So the next thing that we need to know is what signs and symptoms that a person could watch for so they can identify stress sooner and start resolving the issues faster. Stress can affect all aspects of someone's life. This includes your emotions, your behaviors, your thinking, and even physical health. However, the symptoms can be vague at times, and it can just seem like something else from like another medical condition. So it's important for you to become aware of the signs and symptoms. Some of the emotional symptoms of stress include becoming easily agitated or frustrated, feeling overwhelmed, having trouble relaxing, you feel bad about yourself or you feel lonely, you prefer to avoid other people. Some of the physical symptoms of stress that you may notice is that you're having lower energy, you're having frequent headaches, you may feel like you have an upset stomach all the time, all of your muscles are hurting and aching, you feel like your heart is going to jump out of your chest, you're having trouble sleeping at night, you may notice that you're staying sick more frequently than before, your hands are staying cold and sweaty more often, you're experiencing dry mouth or having trouble swallowing and eating. You may even be grinding your teeth at sometimes. Cognitive symptoms of stress include worrying all the time. You may feel like your head's going to explode because your thoughts are racing. You notice that you're more forgetful than more often. You can't focus. You have poor judgment. Some of the behavioral symptoms that you can notice is that your eating has changed. This is a very common thing that we all notice. You might be eating more. You might be eating less. You're procrastinating with tasks that needs to be accomplished. Some people even start smoking or using drugs and alcohol. You might notice that you're starting to bite your fingernails or fidgeting more when you're trying to pay attention to something. What are some mechanisms that a person can do to help relieve stress? Well, the first thing a person needs to do is you need to figure out what is causing the stress. You need to monitor yourself throughout the day. So like say that when you start noticing that you're feeling stressed, grab a pen and a piece of paper and write down why you're feeling stressed, how you're feeling, what your mood is, what's been going on throughout the day. And then once you know this information, you can try to develop a plan to help fix it. So another helpful thing that you can do is that sit down and assess your commitments. What do you have to do during the day? Is your commitments at work? What's your commitments at home? What's your pastime commitments? And determine what is priority. And then try to eliminate some of the tasks that isn't absolutely necessary. It's kind of like lessening your load. A person dealing with stress all the time needs to build strong relationships with others. It can be helpful to let your family or your close friends know what you're going through, because they may be able to be there and offer assistance and support. Another helpful thing is that when you notice that you're becoming angry and frustrated, especially at work or with someone else, it helps to walk away and try to gather your thoughts before you react. Something else is engaging in physical activity can help increase the production of endorphins, which is your body's natural mood booster. The next thing may not be the easiest to do, but try to rest your mind. It's recommended that we get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Other things you can do to help rest your mind is like cut back on your caffeine intake. If you're drinking 4 or 5 Mountain Dews a day, I'd say try to go to like 1 or 2. Stop watching as much TV, cutting down on computer time. The bad thing for us all right now is that, the way technology is, you have your iPhone in your hand and you've got so many apps that can keep you busy that, you just have anything and everything to look at. Research also shows that activities like yoga and relaxation exercises are helpful to reduce stress and even can help boost your immune system, so that would be a plus. And, being stressed all the time isn't good for anyone, and it can lead to more serious things and cause multiple problems for someone. So, I hope that now that you feel more comfortable with being able to identify the signs and the symptoms of stress, so you can take the action if it's needed. Just remember, if all else fails, you can always get help from the professionals. If you continue to feel overwhelmed and, just noticing some of these symptoms and don't really know what to do, you might benefit from going to see a psychologist. When you consult with, someone who's licensed to give you mental health advice, they can teach you how to learn how to manage the stressors and pretty much get you on the road to mental recovery. Thanks.